Coach, another big win against a tough team. What do you like about the way your team was able to execute and get it tonight?
Yeah, I thought defensively we were great, pretty much all night long. We gave them a lot of different looks, and then close out the game. A lot of winning plays on defense, really.
Considering the endings of some recent games, what is it like being able to close it out with a win now?
Yeah, obviously it's great, but it all has to do with the rebounding. It has to do with being able to influence, your opponent and get them into the shots that you want. But the rebounding, and you're not able to control the end of a game if you're not able to rebound defensively. And tonight we did a good job of that down the stretch.
And Torian coming back tonight, and it looks like he just picked up right where he left off.
Yeah, it was huge. Just obviously, he had a great offensive game, super efficient. But what I loved, he got 50-50 balls. He just was right in there on 50-50 balls, and his quickness was huge for us. And just energy was great.
Chris, the value of him just from a mentality, composure, doggedness standpoint, is that a big thing of what this team was missing while
for
he
sure.
was gone?
No doubt. We talked about pregame. He was our most consistent player in a lot of ways in his role, for sure, before he went out. I knew what I was going to get from him every night. He knows who he is. His game is super well defined, and he sticks to his strengths, So definitely pleased to have him back.
Just his ability to time those charges and do that. What kind of a weapon is that defensively to be able to do that in big moments?
Yeah, well, it's huge for us. We just, sometimes we get caught without a lot of size or physicality down there. But he's got toughness, he got size, and he has physicality. So.
And then Rudy getting a couple of big boards late and stuff. What did you see from him down the stretch to help you?
Yeah, really controlled the paint. It's great when we can get him to a spot where he's the low man and he's swallowing up the rim. And we were able to do that tonight. And that can only be done if everyone can go out there and guard and handle their business elsewhere. So, and those guys did that. Ball pressure was great. Switches were good. Gaps were great.
Chris, with Anderson and Prince both back now, you kind of with Jaden have kind of three guys in that 3-4 positional range. Mm-hmm. Do you feel because Kyle can play make too that you can get two of those guys on the floor at a time, or maybe even
I can get them all on the floor? Yeah, I have no problem putting them all on the floor with Kyle's playmaking. And I thought Austin was huge tonight. I thought Austin's defense was outstanding. He was a plus 17 for a reason. And he did a great job out there on those guards. So.
Do you think Ant's game has just evolved to the point where you're pretty comfortable just having him really be that guy at the end of the game, kind of directing everything?
Yeah, he certainly tonight did a great job of taking advantage of a matchup. I think the thing with him is, we just want to be able to use that as a weapon, and not do it for 48 minutes, because it's hard to do that. And so, he did an unbelievable job tonight of playing with great force in that last 5 minutes.
What did you like about just that group that you closed with, and maybe how they can complement Ant in those moments?
Yeah, I think they got skill sets out there that certainly can, spread the floor. High IQ team, and I trust that if the ball ends up somewhere else, I think we trust them all too. So,
That pretty much was I was going to ask. Is it seemed like a simple formula that you have Ant, who's in a takeover mode and burgeoning that way, and then you've got four other guys who know how to play off that really smartly. So that they can cover for Ant if he makes mistakes, and they can enable him in minor ways that a lot of guys can't.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what you want me to say, but
I just said
I think I'm asked continually about what Ant's next steps are, and learning how to close games is going to be one of them. And tonight was a great step forward for him in that way.
That closing group did not include D'Lo. Is that more of that group was just giving you what you needed in that moment, more than an indictment on what D'Lo wasn't? Or
yeah, it was certainly. I don't think there was nothing anti-D'Lo about the way we closed the game. For me, it came down to stops. Those two guards are so explosive, and like we knew going in that at some point we were going to switch the matchups, and we wanted to be a heavy switch team, and we wanted to control the perimeter and have Rudy controlling the paint, and that lineup gave us the best chance to do that. So
is that just kind of the mantra going forward? Is
heck yeah.
Whatever combination on a nightly basis gives you the best chance to win is going to be out there.
100%. Yeah, and I said that I thought D'Lo did a really good job on Simons all night. I thought he chased him. I thought everything that he got against him was hard. I thought he was really good.
Chris, are the last two games really what you envisioned when you went and got Rudy, in that you can have someone like Ant be able to take care of the offense late in the game and have Rudy really be able to just impose his will and dominate defensively in the clutch time? I think
so. It's probably a simple formula there, but obviously we're missing Cat too. Another guy who can put the ball in their hands late in the game. So, but yeah, I mean. The other thing we had is a lot of multi-positional defenders that we have. They have to be available to help us, though.
And then in the first quarter, you got some huge minutes from Luka to kind of help stay afloat, get a good lead there. Just what did you see from him, and especially the last couple games, giving you some good minutes? Yeah,
he's been great. I mean, his offense was carrying us there for a little bit, and we were feeding him. He's a very gifted offensive player, but defensively he was outstanding. He was up in pick and roll. He made it hard for those guards turning corners. He was a low man when he was supposed to be. He battled for every rebound. He's a heck of a player.
And is that something you might want to get to when you're facing, maybe a bigger, slower guy at the 5 that he can go in and bang with? I
feel pretty comfortable with him against a lot of guys out there. Obviously when he gets in the game, he plays a lot of second unit guys, but so